So tonight, and you hear in the background some spooky music. Whoa, spooky! As we begin on day 3 of Spooky Week for Halloween, of course. So this is a vibe going on. So tonight we're gonna do some spooky stuff with the specials here. Um, We're gonna do a seasonal special tonight and power wash them. We're gonna clean the Halloween house. I think that'll be pretty fun. Pretty fun and pretty fitting. So let's get right into it. Day 3, we're gonna do some haunted house cleaning. So let's just jump right into it. Oh, let me just check if everything's going well. Okay. Okay, just making sure. Yes, everything is good. Let's get started. We have here our contract from Megan Mogg, and this is for Halloween 2024. Super Power Wash Services. You made it. Phew. I'm due to host this year's Halloween party, and my castle's been hit by a mug spell. You see, there's a bit of a rift growing in the rift. There's a bit of a rift growing in the witch community. Whilst most of us have embraced a new take on Halloween, more color, vibrancy, and celebration, some, like the Sour Sisters, are still a bit more stuck in their old ways. Stuck in their ways, not old. They'd rather we morosely moseyed around the woods, picked a few noxious herbs, flung them into the cauldron with some random offcuts, and passed the night away, pulling scary faces at each other. No, don't know about you, but that's the last thing I want right now. So I just finished decking out the place for a festival of fun when the Sour Sisters' muck spell struck. Shameless sabotage. But the only way to deal with negative energy is to blast it with yet more positive energy. And in this particular case, a whole lot of water. So please, spray away so I can get this party started. So let's help her out here. Let's take on the job and get this house nice and clean. Apologies for the coughing and for the nose blowing I'm going to be doing. Probably blow out your ears with that one, but I do try to do it away from the mic. With that said, I'm still a little sick. So there may be time that I have to take a break. But here we are. Cool. I don't know if we're gonna do this in one sitting or a couple sittings. Oh, there's my van. I'll park down there. Cool. But spooky. I want to take a look around the place, get a look at what we're working with. Okay, got a lot of things clean here, a lot of decorations. Very spooky. I like it. I like it. We have our little stool here, hitting the wrong button, of course, because F is the use key. We have this little shack over here, perfect for drinks. Ooh, only tricks. Ooh. And then we have the whole house, which in itself is going to take a while. We have a couple ladders too, to get us to the very tippy top. Oh my gosh, and we have a scaffolding too to get us all the way up there. Okay, this is going to take a solid minute to do, but I think I can do all the outside tonight for sure. Like all these little things. Doing the house is going to take a minute, but let's get into it. We got our spooky music. I have some water. No cough drops or anything. Not right now, anyway. Yeah, I think it's gonna look good. So, without further ado, Megan Mogg says, "I know the place looks a bit creepy now, but fret not. Once you get it going, it'll soon brighten up." I imagine so. Actually, inside isn't much better. It's on the outside that counts, right? No. And I don't even have to blame the Sour Sisters spell. I don't even have the Sour Sisters spell to blame for that. Some people are just messy. Naturally messy. I'll give it a quick sweep. Says Megan. I'm sure we'll hear from her more as we clean things, make it nice and clean around here. You know, I was thinking about what I would do for Spooky Week next year. I don't even know what the calendar is looking like for next year. Like, what if Halloween is just on a Wednesday? I mean, this year's on a Thursday, so that isn't much better. Anyway, if I was doing Spooky Week, I have nothing against saying Halloween. I just want to call it Spooky Week for me streaming every day. I think I would do like a new costume each week. I think that would be so much fun to do that. And I have like camera on and hopefully not sick. But seeing as I like to go somewhere for my birthday, I think that's inevitable that I am just sick this time of year. I'm going somewhere, doing something. Right, Cassie? Hold on, I'm gonna throw her ball. Hi, baby. They want to sniff my hand. She was gonna fling herself down the stairs, but she did not, thankfully. She's a cute cat. I will admit it, but my gosh, she can be a special kitty sometimes. A really special kitty. But yeah, we're getting this front gate done really quickly. Oh, it's a cat. It's a cat with wings. Criminal gargoyle. That's a cat. Or is a gargoyle an actual creature? I have so many questions. But none which will be answered this night. Anyway, looking pretty good. Got this done. 2% done so far. Got a long ways to go. I'm actually going to change to this first extension here. I'll change to the green. Since it seems to be easy to clean, I think it's like some kind of mud. If I were to think about it in the game's perspective, it's probably coated as mud. This is easy to clean. It's not like it's hard to clean off. Like spray paint. Spray paint was really hard to clean off, especially in the earlier rounds when you didn't have a powerful enough power washer. Things back to specifically to skate park. But I wasn't streaming it back then. I was actually sorry. I'll come back to that. What did I just hit? Oh, would you look at that? I didn't even know. I just hit the 2 button by accident and didn't even know that comes up. No idea. But I'm gonna do the top part like after I'm done doing these sides. Have some finality to it by hopping up on top, cleaning it. Anyway, I was thinking I'll get back to Halloween. But yeah, like dressing up in like a Halloween costume every day for Spooky Week, I think that'll be a lot of fun and really like stretch my creativity and dressing up and stuff. I never get a chance to do it. So I think that'll be a lot of fun to get that out of my system. But it also, like, in my line of work, things get really busy towards the end of the year. And like October is like the beginning of this, like the precipice of getting super busy. So that's always an interesting time of year. But I hope next year things will line up a lot better. That is my hope. We'll see how well it turns out next year. But if I were to dress up, I would love to dress up in like some of my favorite like superhero or villains and just have that be like a fun little challenge. It'll take me a hot minute to like gather everything. I mean, honestly, I could start gathering things like this year, like after Halloween is done this year and everything goes on sale. I think that'll be a pretty good time. Just swing by my nearest Spirit Halloween, my nearest like 20 Spirit Halloweens that are around me, and really clean up as they try to get rid of the stuff, uh, get rid of their inventory for next year. Um, at least I hope that's the case. Spirit Halloween does really well for itself, so maybe they wouldn't have anything left over per se that they would mark down. Maybe. Maybe it's like something that's super esoteric that will only apply for this year. Anyway, that's the front fence done. Do we have the danger stay out sign and this pumpkin? We can get the pumpkin real quick. That's not a problem. Oh, a jack-o'-lantern rather. Wow, didn't mean to. What did I just do? Interesting. Alright. I'm like trying to crouch. There we go. I'm like hitting all the wrong buttons. This is what happens when you have a key, when you're working with keyboards and the keyboards have different layouts. Slightly different layouts for like buttons that you typically hit, like control. Let's see what this sign actually says. Double double, spoil and cuddles. It's wicked being a witch. Bless this hex. Okay, I thought it was gonna like be more. Be more things. But I wonder if there's other people playing this. But yeah, if Spirit Halloween is trying to clear out their inventory, especially for, I don't know if anyone's heard of this, but I saw on Twitter, um, that Spirit Halloween is trying to do like a Spirit Christmas, where they sell a bunch of Christmas decorations. So, I mean, I would definitely check it out. I like Christmas decorations. I think that would be pretty fun. Spooky. Spooky. I'm gonna do these steps first and then I'm gonna do these lights. Everything has its own process. Rotate this. I'm just gonna do a side to side. Oh, that's nice. Well, I love to dress up as like Catwoman or like Harley Quinn, not the Suicide Squad one, like the animated Batman one. I think that would be pretty fun with like the mask. Honestly, don't know how I work with my glasses. Since I prefer wearing glasses and not wearing contacts. Well, I'll just play Power Wash Sim like really up close to the screen. Maybe I'll have like many different games to play at that point in time. We'll see. We shall see. But I do enjoy like streaming the games. Gives me a chance to just yap. And a day where I just yapped my cats. Spring. I wonder how many times I'm going to say spooky this week. My cats are playing. I just saw a cat leap downstairs, like from like the holes in like the banister, or not the banister, the railing. That's the word. She just like jumped down. Spider! Oh my gosh! Sorry for everyone who's arachnophobic. Anyway, those are the steps. Let me get these light poles. A nice up and down motion. Yes. But yeah, Catwoman, Harley Quinn. Dressing up as Storm would be so cool. I'm gonna try to get these poles first, since it'll be a little bit of a bother to get, since I have to keep like rotating, going up and down. Probably like Storm too. Well, these are just things, characters that I can think off the top of my head. I really don't know who else to dress as. But if you really think about it, I would have costumes for like the next like 7 years. If I get costumes for next year and just reuse them. Or if I'm going to like Halloween parties or something, or like a festival or something that I can dress up. But I gotta remove this. My desk is a mess, honestly. I need to do like a deep clean of my house again. Do some fall cleaning. Oh yeah, this house is gonna get nice and clean. And this is a nice and long one too, with many different pieces. I love maps. Power wash maps like this, where it just takes a long time to do. I go at it. Of course, you can always go at your own pace. But really, just really enjoy it. Clean off all the little bits and pieces. So we have all the poles done. So we just need to clean these lights here. I mean, I think Megan Mogg was right. This is gonna look really nice. Okay, I don't have to clean off each individual ball. Okay, it counts it as one whole piece. It's really nice. Oh, sorry, itchy. Excellent. That's done. Over here now. I love this. So nice and relaxing. Yeah, like I said, I would like to get this done in one full sweep tonight, but it's already 9:30 Eastern Eastern Daylight Time. So it is pretty late for me to start streaming, but I really wanted to grab some dinner. Which for tonight is a little burrito. A little tasty burrito. Like a frozen burrito, not like Chipotle or anything. Anyway, we're 9% completed. So let's do these gravestones. Blah, 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 blah. I want to do one at a time. Probably would be more efficient to like do all the same side at the same time. But this is the way I like to do it. The way that's just, you know, feels nicer to do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it till I'm satisfied, and that's just the way I go about life anyway. And as you can still see, I'm still streaming. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, still posting stuff to YouTube. To who? I don't know. but as it's still fun, I'll still do it. I don't think I finished that previous headstone. No. So fast up. Oh my god. But I know for sure tonight I can get all these outdoor decorations done. It'd be cool if I get the whole house done. It says happy, which is pretty cute. And over here, I didn't even really look over here, but we have like a pumpkin shed, more pumpkins, and a little well. I don't think there's anything in the back of the house. Now I've yet to see the gnome. Usually there's like a little gnome on each map level, what have you. I'm gonna assume it says Halloween over here. That'll be my guess. What's yours? Leave it in the comments below. But yeah, we're just gonna power wash. But I really don't want to leave this like not finished and then have to come back to it. Only because this week so far, I've played Leave the Company and I've played Minecraft, and it's been rough so far. And this is my relaxing game to play. I really didn't plan out this spooky week, honestly. It was Sunday, and I was doing stuff around the house as I tend to, and I was like, you know what? Halloween is next week. Why don't I just put on like a spooky week and just do spooky games or spooky themed levels like this and have fun with it and just see what I can come up with. We'll see if I want to stream on like the first and Saturday. It really depends on how busy I am those days. If I'm not busy on the first or Saturday, then yeah, I'll stream something if I really want to. But I'm not gonna hold myself to it. So we're gonna say Spooky Week will end on the 31st. But if I want to extend it to like the whole week, I could, of course. We'll see. Like if I don't finish this tonight, I'll probably finish it one of those days. What part of this am I missing? Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I'm hitting. Okay. I'm just trying to hit control. Nice. I gotta like actively remind myself to sit up straight. Because like my back is aching. I'm like, why is my back hurting? And it's because I'm not sitting up straight. Or sitting like in a nice neutral position. It doesn't even have to be like super straight. It just has to, I just have to not be shrimping. Do 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 do. Nice, that's done, done. Cool. Just making sure. I should check the other ones as well. Check these posts. I should really go through and check once I'm done things. For sure I got all those. All the signs are completed. Again, looking at the top left, just checking if that bar is completely clear. I'm gonna start this side. It's just closer to me. There's no rhyme or reason why this side first. Nice. I believe when I was like a kid, we tried like pumpkin carving. It just looked so cool, like on TV, and watching families do it. It can't be that difficult to like make like a classic one, kind of like that. And it was tough, and it was messy, and then afterwards stinky. Um, no one ever mentions that. I feel so. I haven't tried it as an adult, but I think it would be pretty cool. But pretty fun and easy to make. Um, a jack o' lantern. Um, but like, still be a mess. And I'm not looking forward to making a mess. I'll be honest. I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't like a mess. I don't like a big mess. Um. But I think it'll be pretty cool. I don't really know how long jack-o'-lanterns last for when you put them outside. I don't think they'll last for very long. I think it starts to look really sad really quickly in about like a week or so. So it's probably not a thing that I really want to make. But I still think it would be cool. If that makes sense. And also, you get a bunch of pumpkin seeds. Which you can bake them and salt them, bake them, or bake them then salt them. I don't actually know the order of operations there. Pumpkin seeds are pretty good. They're pretty tasty. Not my go-to seed to consume. I'm one for sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds. Anyway, jack-o'-lanterns. And I've seen like some really creative ones, especially on like Twitter and Reddit and such. Things I would have never thought. Like, I don't even know what I would make a jack-o'-lantern of. I don't really know. I think I would probably do something really classic like a cat. Just like a cat. Cat and like a full moon. I think that'd be pretty cool. Go for the really wide nozzles when doing this. Get this chimney all cleaned up. Nice. And then we have the stem here. But first I'm gonna finish the pumpkin. The pumpkin. I think if I were to do this next year, I think I would certainly do like cool comic booky kind of costumes, and like, or I can, and then the following year I could do like, uh, just really memey costumes. I think that would be fun and silly. Like, oh, taxes, oh, drunk text. Stuff like that. I think that would be pretty funny, pretty silly. So no one steal an idea. That idea is mine. But yeah, I think that would be pretty silly, honestly. I saw one that's been making its rounds on Twitter. I will talk about Twitter a lot. I'm on Twitter a lot. Just lurking on there. But I saw one today, a woman dressed up in a pink shirt that said Benadryl, and a guy, she says her boyfriend is like dressed up as like the Hat Man. was silly. I didn't think people would go that far for a funny little joke, but he was like dressed up in all black, like a whole black bodysuit. How the fuck did I get on top of this? A whole black suit and a black hat. Um Dressed up as the fucking hat man of people's nightmares. Apparently when you take too much Benadryl, the joke is when you take too much Benadryl you fall asleep. And your sleep paralysis demon is the hat man. Personally, I don't think I've experienced sleep paralysis, nor do I want to. So I'm gonna keep that out of my mind when I go to sleep tonight. And only dream of good things. I take my sleep very seriously. Because I have such, like, intense dreams sometimes. I don't think I act them out, like, anymore. It's not like I need to be tied down to the bed at night, but I'm really, like, sometimes emotional, sometimes moving, sometimes action-packed. Oh, scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. What the fuck was that? But it sounds like just like my neighbors. Just starting up the car. Just scared the poop out of me. Not actually, but it just spooked me a little bit. Spooky. Pumpkin shed wall, door, the handle. How could I forget the handle? Like when I look at it from this angle, I feel like there's like an artifact that pops up, like following my reticle. Like around the edge there, it looks like something's popping up. That's probably looking at the house. I don't have to worry about the hinges. Sometimes, man. Stem, chimney, we're done. On to the next 16%. Little jack-o'-lanterns. What up? I'm gonna drink some water. If you're watching us, don't forget to hydrate. Hydration, very important, very key. Stay hydrated out there. And I have not been hydrated enough today. I've been just so keyed into work. I actually have no idea if the music is too loud. I hope not. I'm actually gonna turn it down a little bit further, just in case it is. Maybe that one's done. Because I'm like looking at the levels, and the levels were about half as mine. Now I've taken it down to like a third of my levels. So maybe it's a lot better. Nice. All pumpkins done? Yes. I wonder if you make a jack-o'-lantern, if you carve another object in a festive Halloween way and stick a light into it, and they like hollow it out in a way of a jack-o'-lantern, would it still be a jack-o'-lantern, or is it only with pumpkins? That's my question. I have many questions this eve, but one thing I do not question is that if this music slaps, and it indeed does, it does slap. And this is just lo-fi hip-hop beats, and it's not live, it's just a video from last year. I wonder if they'll release one this year. But this is the one they had last year, or the channel on YouTube had, and I'm just playing it on a loop essentially. It's like an hour long, so it'll take a while for it to, loop. But I wonder when you will be able to tell it's looping. In about an hour or so. Is everything here? Just need to get the roof. And, oh yeah, it's counting the whole thing as a roof. Oh yeah. That's nice. When I go live and start playing games, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. So I just kind of talk about whatever is on my mind, really. And what is actively on my mind is what I'm watching lately. I'm watching The Penguin, which is really good. I didn't watch Sunday's episode, so no spoilers. Why isn't this completed? Completing, rather. Why aren't you completing? Is it up there? Just gotta like hit it from different angles, you know. Is it underneath? It's not up above. Oh, my hand is cramping. Weird. I know it's not being effective when it's up close that way. But I'll come back to that. I'm watching The Penguin. Penguin is really, really good. I'm enjoying it immensely. I feel like the writing is really solid. It's making me feel for characters I would have never felt before, and seeing different perspectives of different people. And it's a really interesting show, and I'm quite enjoying it. Can I just hop up here? I can. Man, I've hopped for days. That's the whole roof done. Oh, and this too. Okay, just checking everything. But yeah, no spoilers or anything. Really solid show. I would tell anyone who's like remotely interested in that universe to go watch it. It's a really good time. It's a really good time. And it really expands on the world of the show, or the movie rather, the Batman, with the one with Robert Pattinson. It's really, really good. I loved it. I love the show. I love the movie, the Batman. And in fact, watched it again not too long ago because I knew the Penguin was coming out and I wanted to rewatch it. Also, because I really fucking enjoyed it. I saw it when it came out in theaters because I love seeing movies. Anyway, these pumpkins are done here. Pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. I hit up this cauldron. Wow, this is a nice cauldron. Wow. Who is she? But yeah, show's really fucking good. I'm loving it so far. I think there's one more episode that's a couple more episodes. Anyway, we have a message from Megan Mogg. Isn't it odd how the imminent arrival of visitors seems to add a thick layer of dirt to every surface? I'm sure this bedroom looked fine yesterday. Spooky. Although now I think of it, I'm not sure I've ever cleaned it. I just move it from room to room when the one I'm in gets a bit much. I would love it, actually. No, actually I wouldn't. Anyway, getting there now. Like if I had like a huge house and yeah, if I had a huge house with multiple bedrooms, I think I would just claim one as mine and like do different activities in like the other rooms. But I think I would need like a main bedroom. Oh, done. I would need a main bedroom for myself for sure. Because I don't think I would sleep in multiple ones. But that's just me. Anyway, talking about the penguin, really good. Colin Farrell, he does an amazing job. All the other characters, like every single person in the show, absolutely shines. So there's like really no small characters. Everyone just does an amazing job. And you really love to see that in any work of art, really, that everyone like shows up, whether it be music or a movie. Um, yeah, just everyone putting their heart and soul to it. Uh, yeah. Other thing, oh, spooky music. Um, other shows I'm watching. I just finally caught up with Love Is Blind. You can skip this part if you don't want to hear me talk about Love Is Blind. I'm just joking. Watch the whole thing. Uh, but watching, I believe it's season 7, and I've just been watching it. I've been doing things in the background. But I love the show. I truly do love the show. It is not taking me to season 7 to realize that. I love it since day one. I'm a day oneer. Um, and I just enjoy it. I think it's a really well put together show. And these people are putting their lives on the line. Life and love. Well, not life on the line, but like showing their whole selves to be scrutinized by the world, whether that be positive scrutiny or criticisms and everything. It's not just about finding love, even though that's the whole point of the show. It's you're just opening yourself up to like whatever the world will say and see about you. And my oh my, I don't think I would subject myself to something like that personally. But hey, if you see me on Love Is Blind, don't judge me. Although I doubt the guy that I'm looking for would be on Love Is Blind. Um, it's just like the type of guy I'm looking for. He wouldn't be on there. That type of show. Not at all. But it's about connecting with people on a deeper level. Oh, spooky music. um, yeah, that's what I feel about it. I would never go on it. I love watching it. I love seeing people fall in love, and I find it very interesting to just watch people and how they talk to other people. I just find it very interesting. If I really wanted to while watching this and just trying to like psychoanalyze these people, I would. I mean, I am already kind of psychoanalyzing them while I watch them. Like, this person has a complex. This person needs to do this. This person needs to do that. Um, but it's just very interesting to see how things go, and you just always wonder if things don't work out between the couples. I'm not going to explain the whole show, but if things don't work out between the couples, um, I wonder if they wonder what would happen if they, kept with the other person. There's been a season before where a guy proposed to a woman and it didn't work out. His number two was like the actual girl he wanted to be with. And yeah. and they ended like getting together after the show. And that sometimes happens. I think it's on Wikipedia. You could see like who got together with who, who's still with who. And I just find that very fascinating. But yeah, all caught up with that. There's a new episode coming out. I mean, this is not an ad for Netflix, but there's a new episode coming out tomorrow, and it's the reunion episode. So it's like after everyone has seen everything and heard everything from the show, they all come together and discuss the show and what happened. How did things end up so bad? And how did some things end up so good? And where are they now? And who got who pregnant? Stuff like that. It's very fascinating. Because I think these seasons are always filmed like a year ahead. Oh, year ahead. So everything that I just saw happened last year, I believe. Because it already looked, fall, and it takes a while to edit things, as I've learned. The painful lesson of learning how to edit. It takes a while. It takes a long while. But yeah, I think everything was filmed last year, edited, shipped out this year. And I actually don't know if it was like all pushed out in one big bulk and you just binge it. Because I thought it usually releases weekly. I don't know what happened with the season. Or maybe I just noticed and it was already pretty much all out. I don't follow it that closely. Just whenever I'm on Netflix, I'm like, oh, a new season. Anyway. Yeah, so watching Love is Blind. Can't wait to see what happens in the fall of everything. Because there's some couples I was really rooting for until, they're falling out that they had. Because there's always a falling out. There's really no mutual, like, oh, I want to not continue the rest of the show with you. No true mutual. And for some people, I really, felt for them. Just being completely and utterly destroyed by their emotions. And I'm just like, damn, I would be really upset in their position as well. And I think this year it was a lot of women being heartbroken, unfortunately. And some guys, of course, were heartbroken. Um, and I can't wait to see how things ended up with people. They still talk, if they still hang out, they still love each other. I'm excited. Anyway, that airs tomorrow on Netflix. Other shows I've watched recently was The Edge of Sleep. And that is Markiplier's show. Well, not his show, even though he is a executive producer on it. So, a show that he was in and participated in, and executive produced and acted in. I don't. His show. We're just gonna call it his show. I don't know actually who put it all together. Anyway, Edge of Sleep. Really, really good. I know it's based off a podcast. But I absorbed it. I thought it was really, really interesting and really fun, and I liked mystery. I loved the aspects of it. Once again, I'm not gonna get into spoilers, so this would be spoiler free. So I just really enjoyed it. I found myself just wanting to keep binging it, but I also wanted at some points to just let the episode breathe and sit in my mind and just think about it, and then that quickly went away, and I was just like, I need to watch the next episode. I need to see what happens next. Once again, another show, another another piece of media where everyone shows up and everyone does a fabulous job. So I thought that was really well done. The show, the sets, the action, um, really well done, very well put together. I really want to see a season two from it to see where it goes. And it also makes me really want to watch or listen to the podcast that is based off of, which is also called The Edge of Sleep. And I wonder how that goes, honestly. Hopefully, that won't give me any nightmares. I mean, the show didn't give me any nightmares, but like, thankfully, I'm gonna knock on wood for that one. uh, oh, but this music, Mike, too spooky. Anyway, Edge of Sleep, really good. Everyone did a really good job. A lot of work put into it. Started from a podcast, or the story is from a podcast, rather. And I would love to listen to that and hear more about it because the main gripe people had with the show was that it wasn't faithful to the original. Well, not completely faithful. It kind of had to shorten a lot of parts since the episodes themselves were only like 23 minutes long, so like a normal like TV episode, really, without all the goddamn ads. So, really good, really fun to watch. Um, so I enjoyed that like amazingly. I just have nothing further to say. Amazing. That's it. That's my full review. I believe that's everything on this too. Yes, lantern. This lantern is so dirty. Ugh. Okay, that's it. Ugh. So we're gonna. Oh, the apothecary. The lantern hook. Okay, there it goes. Wall done. Wall door. Wall door sign. Brim. Can I hop up here? Belt. Wall. Sorry, my leg is itchy. Scratch, 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 scratch. Alright, looking good so far. 28%. And we've done all the outdoor decorations. That's not bad. About an hour down. So let's just start in the house, shall we? Let me switch to a different nozzle. As these objects are much further than they seem. I got everything, right? Yeah. Stools. I just want to double check again. I hate for anything to be left over. Okay. Lights, lights. The door had a door knob or handle. Yeah, that's clean too. Okay. Sorry, I just got lost in the song there. Got lost in the sauce, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah. Ugh. Well, I'm starting to yawn. Is that a door handle? The infamous door handle. So the part of the frame that's not done is probably at the very top there. Yes. Try to think if there's anything else that I've been watching lately. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. Ton of shows that I want to catch up on. So I'm not gonna get into that list. No, I'll talk about Great British Baking Show. Love that show. Watch it every year. I originally started watching it just to have something in the background as I was doing puzzles. This was years ago, but I was doing puzzles because I was bored as hell and wanted to do something with my hands that didn't require like a ton of brain activity. So I started doing puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles, because I had a bunch of them, especially when my family would go on vacations. They would sometimes bring me back a puzzle, and I was like a landscape puzzle. Um, so that's what I would always do. I want to get this first part of the house done, but I want to hop up there. Let's just focus on the first floor. Anyway, Great British Baking Show. I'm loving this season so far, as I love every single season. Learning about these people's lives and what they do for a living and their families. You get to really love each and every contestant. You can see how wonderful everyone is. That's not always the case that there's lovely people. Sometimes there's complete jerks some years. But no, everyone has been absolutely lovely. And there's always some favorites out there. I believe everyone's currently liking Dylan this year. Um, as he's like really popping off on the Twitter space. One of the contestants, of course, on the show. I know British people call it Great British Bake Off because that is the name of the show over there. Um, but over here it's called Great British Baking Show. I don't know why Netflix decided to call it something different than it actually is. Maybe there was like an issue in the naming. I honestly couldn't even tell you. Adore the show. Could never make all the things they make in that short amount of time. It would take me years to get up to the level they're at. But I love watching it. I love the competition. I love the contestants and the judges, and of course the hosts. Last but not least, the hosts. And I love looking at all the amazing things they make. Except for when they make it with coconut, then I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the nut. The only nut I dislike, which is actually incorrect, because I also dislike cashews. Because cashews are indeed disgusting to me. Sorry to all the cashew lovers out there. It just ain't for me. I know there's more coconut lovers out there, but there's some coconut lovers in my family that I just have to deal with. Anyway, love the show. I would love to taste all the scrumptious things that they make. It just looks so good, and I feel so jealous of the hosts and everybody who's able to taste their wonderful creations, because I believe they just let the like the team, like the production team, eat the delicious treats or take it home. I mean, that would be awesome just to be like, hey, I'm bringing home a delicious treat today, and I know exactly what's in it. Watch the bakers make it. Um, uh, I love that. I don't even know how it would get onto the production set, but I would love to be a part of that production set. You know what I mean? Unless something's like really fucked up, then I wouldn't want to eat it. You could chuck that into the bin, which does happen sometimes. The contestants like really fuck up something, and I cannot blame them. Some things look really fucking hard to make, especially during the technical challenge, in which they don't know. Sometimes they don't know exactly what they're making because it's a test of sorts of like their technical abilities. Um, so it could be a little bit tricky. It could be a little bit tricky, but this house is actually so cute. I wonder if it just looks purple in the light, or if it's actually like white. This is kind of hard for me to tell. But my favorite contestant this year, would probably have to be Nelly. She's just so herself, like undeniably her. She doesn't have to be anyone else. And I just really love her energy. She just loves being her. And she's very sweet and she's very kind too. Other than that, Andy was a really good favorite of mine. Um, who else? I'm like running through the characters in my head. The characters, contestants is the C word I'm looking for here. I'm just distracted. But everyone is absolutely lovely. There's even a guy this year from Brooklyn, an older gentleman, from Brooklyn. So it was interesting having an American on the Great British Baking Show. I mean, they often do have people from different countries on the show. It's just they all happen. Everyone is in Britain or Great Britain, so says everyone from those areas is able to apply and get on the show. And he just so happens to be a Brooklyn guy, um, a Brooklyn gentleman who lives in England. So, very good show. Very, very good show. Oh, another message from Megan Mogg. Your water wand seems more capable than my hazel broom. These rooms are quite heavy going. Quite heavy going? What strange words. I've got my familiar Phileas frog to squirt the walls as I go to loosen the clack, but even so. Mind you, Phil's mouth is normally full of back chat. So it's nice to see him finally put it to good use. What the fuck is back chat? Like talking back? Yapping? I wouldn't know anything about. I wouldn't know the slightest thing about yapping. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some more water. I'm yapping too much. um, as for baking myself, going off a Great British Baking Show, I baked a few things in my time. More recently, a pumpkin pie. But I do have a couple of Great British Baking books that I've clear my throat. A couple of books that I've thumbed through, and and making things. I enjoy doing that every now and then. Haven't done that for a while. But I would love to get back into it, especially making stuff like breads in the summertime since it has a much better rise and I don't have to use anything to make it, you know, have that warmth and do the rising. Or the proving, that's what I'm talking about. I don't have to do anything for that. So that is always interesting. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can jump on the smaller one. Come on. Yeah. Eh. See if I can run and jump here. Whoa. Okay, I did not do that right. I keep crouching. Oh my god. Oh my god. They got me in their spell. Wow. That was crazy. God damn it. Okay. Finally got up here. Nice. Look at all these walls, right? Yeah. What a kooky house. Reminds me of Owl House, which I did really enjoy that show. It was really heartwarming. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, every time Megan Mogg comes up on the screen, I'm just like, oh, it reminds me of the show, Owl House. Definitely worth the watch. Well, I'm just gonna finish this wall here. Yep, that wall's done. Let's see. We're looking good so far. Looking good. I'm gonna come around and do this and do the back side of that. Finish off the greenhouse. Yeah, let me up. Yeah. Can't see me now, but I'm bopping to this music. I encourage you all to bop to the music. I did have to make sure that the music was actually playing. It would be quite hilarious if you couldn't hear the music. But no, I see the audio levels going up and down for that, as well as my own mic. I mean, I feel like that's a clearer sign that I'm getting better, that I'm not like having to blow my nose every 10 minutes. It's been like an hour and haven't had to pause to do that. Come on, let me up. So close. Alright, what about now? Easy. Just hopping up here to finish this wall. Yes. Yes. I mean, the roof is almost done. Might as well just finish off this roof here. Whoa. Oh, I did finish that side. I don't even know where I'm missing here. It must be like the underside because I'm bad in every inch of this upper area. Yep, it was the underside. Okay, I have to switch to the extension one. Wow, those girls really did a number on her house. Damn. I don't think I finished talking about the edge of sleep. Just going back to that really quickly, but a lot of people felt like the show was just missing a lot of detail that the podcast actually had. Just going into deeper context about certain things, which I have no idea what, but I would love to hear what happens next. I'm just gonna move this thing. Move it over there. Take it and move it over there. So I can back up more. But yeah. I would love to see what happens next and get all the information. I think I would really enjoy it. Especially as I plan to spend more time at the gym or in working out. Since I have been doing that for quite some time, so it'll be nice to go back and do that. Oh shit, never mind. I think I have to watch a whole bunch of Critical Role. I haven't finished watching to season or campaign 1, and I wanted to do that by the end of the year. No spoilers. I also have to watch The Legend of Vox Machina, so no spoilers on that either. Oh man, that's gonna take a minute for sure. Ow. Okay. So maybe I'll hold off on that and just try to binge Vox Machina for the rest of the year. I'll table that for now. Add that to the list of things to watch / listen to. I can't believe I forgot about that. Why am I not getting the window frame? Yeah, it's gonna be hard to reach in those areas. But let me make sure I get all the other spots before I grab that scaffolding. Nice. And the wall here. Spooky. Spooky scaffolding. Oh. spooky ladder to get me higher. You know what? Seeing it as we're now 50% done and there's still so much more to do, and I don't want to be up all night, I'm actually going to call it there for tonight. I could pick this back up, knock the rest of this out in like another hour, and call that a night. But oh, look at this little pumpkin. Little jack-o'-lantern with a hat. We've been seeing this symbol all over the place, actually. It's like on one of the headstones. I know, because I thought it was a dog first. With the ears. Anyway. I hope you're enjoying Spooky Week. I'll be wildly out of date when I eventually post this onto YouTube, but hope everyone's having a healthy, safe and healthy and happy Spooky Week, and I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good night, everybody, and make sure your night isn't too spooky. Good night.